Oh, it's just gotten way better. It is so much better.
When I was born and raised, America was a place to be really proud of.
America has become a police state in my lifetime.
We produced a lot of things. We had a whole lot. We were at the tail end of the Industrial Revolution. We considered ourselves a world leader. We considered ourselves winners in the World War. My father came home after occupying Japan and had 3 children and a steady job that was supposed to be there his whole entire life.
It now has military forces, domestic, that are as very similar to the military forces it deploys abroad.
It has changed dramatically. Let's put it that way. I have noticed it being on the road for 20 years at least. I have noticed tremendous change, growth in the big cities.
People are a lot more technologically savvy, I guess. It's just the machines are coming more and more away of part of our lives.
I've seen the alienating of people from one another. The divide and conquer tactics of our enemies have temporarily succeeded. And to quote George Jackson, fascism has temporarily succeeded under the guise of reform.
The way it's changed is now everyone's hooked into this telecommunications super net.
Nowadays, we don't make anything here in the United States. We shuffle papers. We've sold off most of our rights that we were given. The rights that I had as a grade school kid, when I was in the Boy Scouts of America, when I attended the church, when I believed in this place.
The Korea has changed a lot ever since the war in 1950. Of course, there was a lot of economic growth, and then a lot of scientific improvement and everything. And and then there was a lot of influence from nearby countries, including America and Japan and China and everything.
Politics and just like the basic structure of our society and our government, the way it was presented to me was a lot different from the way that I've come to understand it as a young woman, as a new adult.
We are somewhat not sure about our values, and there are incoming values, and so new generations are really confused.
I think there's definitely a trend to a more conservative style in everything that we do, politically especially.
Used to be what you did in your own property was your own business. Used to be when you were driving your car, if you made a wrong turn, the police didn't have the right to look inside your trunk because you made a wrong turn. The police had the right to give you a ticket for making a wrong turn. That was your private area of that automobile. Until you started waving a gun around or something, they had no right to look into your personal business. Nowadays, with the war on drugs and everything else that's going on here in the United States, I'm almost ashamed to call myself an American.
I left my country in 1981, right before martial law was started in Poland. Didn't go back until 1990. At that point, it has changed. It has changed radically, and it has changed even more since then. I was just there 6 months ago, and well, full-blown capitalism, McDonald's. Lots of people getting rich, lots of people getting poor.
I can't really say because as a child I really didn't observe very much. You know, I was just a child, just experiencing.
A lot of the rising imprisonment of young people and of just people of color and poor people in general has definitely caused a big change. Crack has changed a lot of stuff.
I think in 20 years from now, I think we'll be a lot more radical, but right now our country is real conservative.
Prisons have not just quadrupled, I mean, they've just proliferated incredibly in the last 20 or 30 years. And it now constitutes a prison industrial complex.
We've given up our constitutional liberties. It sucks. The whole place fucking sucks. It isn't the place where I was born, and I feel disenfranchised entirely. Does that answer your question there?
The rural villages are still, they're changing, but they're still kind of Indian in that sense. But all the major cities have become extremely westernized, and obviously our population has grown a lot, and pollution along with it. And in general, we've started adopting a more Western way of life, and that has cut us off from our traditions, and sometimes that can be disastrous.
The country has changed in a million different ways. As many people as are in the nation, that's how many ways it has changed.
The ladies love it when Scott pulls out the bone.